The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Now just 2 weeks to the final leg of the Triple Crown. That would be the Preakness Stakes. Dick and I, we didn't have a chance to talk about it last week. We'll preview the Preakness for you today here on the show. On our national coverage, we'll head down to Kentucky Downs to take a look at the big money being given away over that funny, cool-looking turf course. Our local feature is the starter race for Monday afternoon. Loving Me Is Easy. Looked to be back in form last time. Would he be able to repeat? And we'll spend some time with owner John Fidelli, who just had the thrill of a lifetime, the chance to compete in the Kentucky Derby. We'll talk to John in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing, and my good friend Dick Girardi. And Dick, we had a lot on the show last week.
Yes, we did.
Really get a chance to move ahead and talk about the Preakness,
Right.
but looks like a pretty strong field.
Well, Art Collector, who would have been the second choice in the Derby, were not for that unfortunate foot issue the week of the race. He's been back in training. He'll certainly run. Authentic will come back. We're hoping New York Traffic makes it. Sounds like Thousand Words, who was scratched in the paddock, will be back. The big question is, what about Tis the Law? Clearly, Barclay Tagg does not want to run. Clearly, the owner, Jack Knowlton, does want to run. They're saying, hey, look, he's a little stiff in his gallops. Same thing happened the last time he was at Churchill. So they're trying to tell the owner, we do not want to go to the Preakness, so we'll see how it plays out for Tis the Law. If he goes, Keith, he's going to be favored, although Authentic will not be 8-1 this time either. And for what it's worth, Baffert has won the Derby 6 times. His previous 5 Derby winners have all won the Preakness.
Now, Dick, if you hold Tis the Law back for the Breeders' Cup Classic, you're running against some pretty serious competition.
Yeah, I actually think if he's sound, my play would be to go to the Preakness, because we're trying to beat Maxim Security, Tom's d'Etat, By My Standards, all of them. The money's huge, obviously, but that's asking a lot. But Barclay's thinking, wait a second, the horse runs much better with 2 months. Didn't run as well with 1 month. It's an interesting concept. We'll see who wins out, owner or trainer.
Well, Dick, we mentioned the Breeders' Cup, and we kept hoping that maybe we might be able to get some fans at the Breeders' Cup, but it's not going to happen.
Nah, they made the announcement just last week, Keith, that no fans at the Breeders' Cup. It's just, look, it's been a fanless year. Fans get to come here to Parks, which has been fun. We were all out here on Labor Day, but well, can we just end this year? Can we just get to 2021 and start over again?
Well, Dick, let's get to some racing action as we take a look at our local race of the week. A starter race here for Monday at a mile for a purse of $22,000. Number 6, Lovin' Me Is Easy, gets bet down to 6-5 for trainer Bobby Moscow. Dick, before the break, he won 4 consecutive races by a total of 21 lengths. And then the break came.
Yeah, he just looked like one of those horses that just wasn't ready when they came out of the break for a lot of reasons. Look, some trainers trained him hard, like Jamie Ness, others didn't. And he was 6-5, no good. He was 1-5, no good. And then, of course, he's 4-1, and he galloped.
Yeah, so is he going to gallop today at 6-5? The second choice, number 2, Petulant Delight, is 5-2 for trainer Mario Dominguez. His barn has been going well of late. This was a $7,500 claim back in November. And then he sat out 8 months.
Yeah, and came out running on July 14th to win by 7.
This was a great stretch run at our local feature. Here's the call. Creative Genius coming up after Petulant Delight. O'Cram will settle in behind those 2 third. Lovin' Me Is Easy comes on to be 4th. The inside flat out flying runs along in 5th. Bob's My Uncle begins to advance 3 wide. And at the back are the 2 trailers, Truly a Moonshot and the Robert. The first quarter was 24-2. Petulant Delight is in front with 5 furlongs to go. On the outside, Creative Genius is a length behind. It's about 4 to O'Cram. The gray runs 3rd. Flat out flying is 4th on the inside. Then Bob's My Uncle, the Robert, has been taken to the far outside and begins to advance from the back of the pack. Lovin' Me Is Easy is still on hold, racing better than 6 lengths behind. The trailer now Truly a Moonshot, 48-2 for the half. Just past the 3/8 pole, Petulant Delight has turned back Creative Genius and is in front by 3.5 lengths as they pass the midway point of the far turn. Flat out flying has moved to 2nd. The Robert on the outside comes on 3rd. O'Cram within striking range. Flat out flying still with a Chance here as they approach the top of the stretch. Love and Me is easy. A lot of work to do now. Fourth on the inside. Flat Out Flying going to try to run down Petulant Delight now. O'Cram is closing stoutly down on the inside. Here comes O'Cram. Petulant Delight holding on. O'Cram on the inside now to take the lead. 70 yards to go. Petulant Delight fights back. O'Cram, Petulant Delight. It's going to be a head bob. Dick, it's the classic head bob whose nose was down. It's the gray horse on the inside, number 3, O'Cram, who's 10-1 for trader Carlos Milligan, winning it by a nose, $23 to win. Dick, off of his break, he came back with 2 subpar efforts, looked great the next time, finishing second, and got the nod today.
I called that photo.
Yes,
off the
I'm sure
TV.
you did.
Not an easy one to call. The favorite didn't run at all again.
$23 to win. Let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. John Finelli joins us, owner of New York Traffic, Kentucky Derby, and hopefully the Preakness. Be back with John after this.
Authentic will make the front, but it was not easy to get there. Storm the Court is second on the inside. New York Traffic is third, and Tis the Law is right there fourth.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit equistartrainingandbreeding.com.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time for today's feature segment. It is a pleasure, a great pleasure, to welcome in owner John Finelli, owner of New York Traffic. And John, you've been in the game now for about a dozen years. It's been the best 12 months of your career here as an owner. You won the Pennsylvania Derby here last September. This September, you have a chance to go to the Kentucky Derby. Tell us about the experience.
It was incredible. Obviously, once in a lifetime type of experience. Really hard to explain the feeling. Just incredible. Wish there was fans there, but there weren't. But we enjoyed it just the same.
You told us before we came on the show you had a chance to be on Millionaires Row at Churchill Downs. That had to just be the thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, again, it was really nice. Again, would have been better with more people and more fans and more family that I could have brought, but it is what it is in these times, and unfortunately it had to be the way it was.
John, as you're watching the race, New York Traffic is always in the race. He's just off the pace, exactly where probably you expected him to be. What were you thinking as you're watching?
From the jump, we really thought that he would either be on the lead or close to the lead, especially with a couple of them horses, speed horses, being out of the race in the week prior. So we gave Paco the option to either send him or sit and wait and see what Authentic does. And it looked like we could have taken the lead, but Paco kind of grabbed him. I was a little, in hindsight, I wish he would have just went. But, you know, once he was sitting second on the outside, I thought he had him in a perfect position, so I wasn't upset.
And then when they came to the top of the stretch, that's when he's always given you his best. This time it just wasn't there. What do you think happened?
I was super disappointed because, you know, as everyone knows, I'm very superstitious, but so I wouldn't say before the race, but in my mind, there wasn't a chance we weren't going to be top 3. That's how confident I was in his ability and the way the race was setting up. But he lost a shoe. He actually got a staple in his opposite foot, so both front feet had an issue. He had some cuts on the back, and we're not sure when or where that happened, but obviously, you know, you're not going to win a race with 3 shoes in that type of race.
Now, John, the emotions of an owner in this sport are up and down. I mean, you're at the top of the mountain, you're at the bottom of the mountain. You had a chance to be at the top of the mountain here when you won the Pennsylvania Derby. Can you explain the emotions of that, of going through those things as an owner? A lot of times an athlete will say that the defeat feels worse than the win feels good. Can you express any of that?
I can vouch for that. I'm still not 100%, to be quite honest with you. I take it really hard. I get too high and I get too low, and I wish I could fix that. But it's just I'm super passionate, and I get overly excited. And you know, after the race, I couldn't tell you how disappointed I was. I mean, I'm still now not 100%, and just, you know, really disappointed. And what bothers me is I feel like the horse didn't get his chance. You know, he didn't get his fair shake. Forget about us, you know. And I know I know what he can do, and having all these issues in the biggest race of my life and his life, it's a little frustrating.
Now, John, as an owner, you get to come back and do it again, because it looks like you're going to head down to the Preakness.
God willing, we can get there. I checked in with Safi today. His leg's doing really well. They put tack on him this morning, just shed rode him a little bit. Didn't want to, you know, get that infected, but the doc says it's doing good. So in the next few days, probably take the staple out, and hopefully he can be 100% for that race.
So the fact that it's 4 weeks rather than a regular 2 weeks is going to give you a chance to get to Baltimore with him. If it was this Saturday, you probably couldn't go.
100%, you're right.
Well, John, if you lose the Kentucky Derby and your consolation prize is the Preakness, I guess that's not all that bad, because you'd be a classic owner and classic winner. We certainly wish you the very best and best of luck, and hope that the real New York traffic shows up down in Baltimore.
Appreciate it, guys.
Well, let's get to our national coverage, brought to you by Chapin Auto Group. Unless our emblem's on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. And we start our coverage with our yearly trip down to Kentucky Downs, Dick, maybe our favorite turf course in the country.
A 1 5/16 grass course with turns and twists and downhills and uphills and right turns
all
and
sorts
left
of
turns.
cool stuff.
It is the wildest place ever. And this year you got Michael Rhoda and Larry Colmas calling the race.
And Dick, you also had some rain, because the turf course came up soft for the big day.
Indeed.
The Kentucky Turf Cup is at 1.5 miles, and we have a $1 million purse, number 10 Zulu Alpha, 4 to 5 in this big field. Dick, this horse won the Pegasus Turf Cup, won last year's race here, the Kentucky Turf Cup, by 3.5 lengths, and at one point put 7 consecutive 100-plus buyers up. This horse has really come into his own.
Yeah, he really has. As a 7-year-old, he's in the best form of his life. But as this rain came down on Saturday, a couple hours before this race, Keith, the course went to soft. And who's going to like it? Who isn't? This is a course that finishes on an incline. You better have a lot of stamina, and you better like the course.
Dick, number 2, Red Knight, is 9 to 2. You talk about the soft course. He doesn't seem to have the same kind of clasp as Zulu Alpha, but it does show that he likes the course when it's soft.
Yeah, and when horses like this ground, what they've done in the past is almost irrelevant, because it's all about who likes the ground, who doesn't.
Well, let's see who liked it for the $1 million purse. Here's the Kentucky Turf Cup.
So they continue their journey up the backstretch here with Chanky and Tyler Bays, taken on by Eons and Flavian Pratt on the outside. Postulation going right with them, 3 of them across the track. Then it's Arklow on the outside of Red Knight. Toward the inside is Hierarchy. Break of another 2 lengths more back to Grand Journey. And then Zulu Alpha racing on the inside of horses, followed by He's No Lemon and Boondi Boonin. So they make their way around that turn and about to head downhill here in pursuit of Eons, who's grabbed the lead. Eons now on top 3/4 of a length. Postulation on the outside, second. Arklow perched out there, 3 wide, third. Red Knight, fourth. Chanky drops back on the inside, fifth. And Hierarchy. Zulu Alpha still about 7 lengths off the lead. Boondi Boonin is next. Grand Journey and He's No Lemon. Around the turn they go, and it's Eons on the inside. Postulation, Arklow outside of them. Behind the leaders is Red Knight. Zulu Alpha's made his way up into fifth now, and he's got 5 lengths to make up as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Postulation up and after the lead. Eons cuts the corner. Arklow comes after them. Zulu Alpha's moving down the center. Red Knight is in the hunt too as they arrive at the 3/16 pole. Here's Red Knight, Zulu Alpha on the outside, and Arklow down toward the rail. The 3 of them are right together as they come into the final furlong. Arklow, Red Knight, Zulu Alpha third. It's Arklow.
Well, Dick, you think trainer Brad Cox is on a little bit of a roll right now?
Yeah, like for 5 years.
Oh my gosh, he puts blinkers on Arklow, who's 5-1, and Arklow has a chance to stay closer to the pace, and then he rallies to win this one by a length and a quarter, $13.60 to win. Dick, Arklow had been lagging a bit too far behind, and Brad Cox makes the big switch.
Yeah, you got to like blinkers on a horse in his 29th career start as a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And it obviously worked, and this horse is up around $2.5 million now. Look, all these American turf horses are kind of the same.
Right.
Where it looked like maybe Zulu Alpha had broken away from the pack, but Zulu Alpha, when you watch him, Keith, he hated the ground.
Yep.
I mean, he really, you could tell, he was really struggling with it. So I would put a line through his race. But here's the reality at Keeneland. None of these horses are winning the Breeders' Cup. It's the best from Europe Cup.
Well, Dick, let's head up to Canada because it's now time for the Queen's Plate, another $1 million race.
You love the Queen's Plate,
Dick, it's
Keith.
the 3-year-olds up in Canada at 1.25 miles, and Dick, a filly is favorite here. Number 10, Curlin's Voyage, who is 5-2 for trainer Josie Carroll. She is in terrific form. Her numbers are improving, and she looks like she could be competitive here.
Yeah, 5 out of 9 lifetime, just shy of $500,000. Won the Woodbine Oaks impressively, and Josie Carroll has 3 in here, but you got to like the favorite the most, right, Keith?
Well, we think so. How about number 12, Clayton, the second choice here at 3-1 for trainer Kevin Attard, and it comes off a victory in the plate trial. How tough is it to win the trial and then win the big one?
Yeah, I mean, it's done. It's not it's like the old Derby trial.
Right.
Remember that from back in the day when that actually mattered. Now it doesn't even exist anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Is this horse named after Michael Clayton, the movie?
Oh, terrific movie, too. Well, Dick, let's go up to Woodbine. Here's the call of the Queen's Plate.
Showing the way in the Queen's Plate is Mighty Heart. Leads into the backstretch by a length to Cumsey's War. A half to True Believe. A length and a half Clayton. Now settles beautifully in fourth. One away, Glorious Tribute on the inside of dotted line. Curlin's Voyage is mid-pack. She's about 6 or 7 lengths off this leader. And Merveille's run up in front of her, and she's making good ground on the inside. Halo again's dropped a fair way back with Belichick, the centre, improving well. And then came FF Rocket, Ollie My Boy off the track, starting a run. Holyfield is back last with Sweepin' Hard as they race 3/4 in 1:12 and 3, and the Queen's Plate, a Mighty Heart, continues to lead the charge. A length and a quarter to Cumsey's War. Here comes Curlin's Voyage. She's off and running. Clayton's in the centre, and they range up now to Cumsey's War. Goes to the front with Clayton, who took over narrowly. On the outside, Curlin's Voyage. It's Mighty Heart kicking right back. Mighty Heart still in front. Clayton in second. Running on his dotted line in behind the top 4 as they corner, but it's Mighty Heart in front, the one to catch in the Queen's Plate, chased by Clayton, then to Cumsey's War, and behind them Curlin's Voyage, but Mighty Heart is long gone.
Well, Dickie mentioned Josie Carroll had 3 horses in here. Saddle's the favorite, but how often do we see this? Number 13, Mighty Heart, 13-1 for Josie Carroll. Has the lead early. Looks like they're just going to gobble him up at the top of the stretch, but no. He goes on to win by 7.5 lengths and pays $28.50 to win.
And she runs second also with Belichick. The favorite is nowhere. So yeah, good luck to the bettors at Woodbine. The Josie Carroll Exacta without the favorite.
Unbelievable. $28.50 to win. Let's get back to Kentucky Downs for the filly and mare turf sprint. It's the ladies sprint, 6.5 furlongs for $500,000. Number 8, Got Stormy, is 9-5 for trainer Mark Cassie. Dick, she's a terrific miler. She had been struggling to find her form this year. She looked a lot better last time out at Saratoga, and now they're going to back her off to 6.5.
Yeah, I thought her last race was terrific. Remember, that's the race where Halliday got loose on the lead. Nobody was able to run down, and there were Grade 1 winners all over that race, and Got Stormy came on to be second.
Second choice, number 7, Carib Kariba, 5-2 for Christophe Clement. Won a $200,000 stake last time out at Saratoga, looking for that first graded win.
Yeah, Clement had an amazing Saratoga meet.
Got Stormy's 9-5. Here's the call.
And now Surrender Now goes up to grab the lead. Bohemian Bourbon up on the outside. Change of control. Got Stormy in behind them. Then into Mystic, followed by Quebec and Mentality to the outside. In behind them is Dixie and Candyland. They're being followed by Kariba, Lady Lawyer. I'll handle the cash and winning envelope now at the back of the field as they race down the hill here. It is Surrender Now the leader. Bohemian Bourbon is second. On their outside into Mystic is moving up in third. And saving all the ground is Change of Control in fourth. Just in behind the leaders is Got Stormy. Gonna need a way through there and behind a wall of horses at this point. A quarter of a mile to run. They're into the stretch. Got Stormy is swung to the outside, and here she comes up and after the front runners with 3/16 of a mile to run. Battling on toward the inside is Into Mystic, and on the far outside, winning envelope is put in a bid. It's Got Stormy in front, winning envelope on the outside, up into second. Into Mystic is third, but Got Stormy is too good. Got Stormy and Tyler Gaffleone win it by 4.
Well, Dick, in the stretch, Got Stormy had to find some running room, but boy, when she did, she just took off over that soft ground. Went on to win by 3 1/4. She looked like the real Got Stormy again, paid $5.80 to win. And Dick, when you consider what she's done in the past, what she looked like in the 4-star day, $5.80 is a gift.
It really is, because this field, when you looked at it, you're saying this really isn't much, and people get a little spooked because it's a Kentucky Downs.
Yep.
They're going right and left and all those other things. But yeah, on paper, she was supposed to dominate, and on the track, she did dominate.
Well, let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing Weekly Awards and more action to take a look at. Be right back after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings. Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Park Safety for Let's Go Racing. The weekly awards brought to you by the Turning for Home program. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org. Get involved with that terrific organization today. Our jockey of the week is Edwin Rivera. Dick, one of the veterans around here that just continues to do a great job. Had a triple last week, backed it up with a double yesterday. He's our jockey of the week. And Dick, Jamie Ness. Now, when we came back from the break, he was red hot.
Yes.
Well, if he's cooled down, he cooled down a little bit, but he's back red hot again. He's had 6 wins in the last 3 days.
Right, with, 10 weeks, how many, 3 months, 3.5 months to go in the season. He is an absolute lock to win the trainer's title.
Jamie Ness, our trainer of the week. Let's get to race recap brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com. Become an owner today. Back to Kentucky Downs. This is the ladies' turf. They go a mile here for $500,000. Number 6, Regal Glory, 7-5 to Trader Chad Brown. Dick, last year she won the 2019 Penn Oaks over a yielding course, and she likes that soft ground. Here she comes.
Yeah, and she's Chad, and she's already gone right, left, and around and all over. And here she comes up the incline at the end, and she's going to get up by a head at the wire.
Pay $4.80 to win on Regal Glory. The turf sprint for the boys. Number 9, Imprimus, is the 3-1 trainer favorite for our old friend Joe Orsino.
Yep.
Dick, he puts Irad on top of Imprimus. He was disqualified last time from a win up at Saratoga, but not today.
I think he's going to be very dangerous. He's going to get up here by a neck in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, Keith. As I watched Imprimus, I did not think he liked the going at all, and he won anyway. Look out for this horse at King.
And pays $8 to win. Our final stop back up at Woodbine. The race on the turf is the Grade 2 Canadian. The fillies and mares at 1 mile and 1/8. Number 10, Cambier Park, is 4-5 for Trader Chad Brown. And Dick, Chad never loses, right?
Nah, Chad doesn't lose. What is going on here? Who is this horse?
Number 4, Ride for the Cause.
It's just going to blow the field away. Win by 4 for Gail Cox, no relation to Brad Cox as far as I know.
Right.
Wins the Canadians at 22-1.
At 22-1. Ride for the Cause beats Chad and gets a Grade 2 victory. Let's take a look at Ion Racing. Dick, we have the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. Up at Woodbine, we have the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks Invitational. And Sunday at Monmouth Park, the Grade 3 Salvatore Mile.
And the first two are races that will certainly be Breeders' Cup kind of races. Check them out. You can see horses are going to run at Keeneland in those races. So winners often come out of both of them.
Little news and notes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll be back with that after this.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Standing at Diamond B Farm in Mooresville, Pennsylvania is Flashback, sire of Eclipse champion 2-year-old filly, British Idiom. And new for 2020 is Grade 1 Man o' War Stakes winner, Boisterous. New track record setter at Gulfstream, Social Inclusion. Grade 1 grandson of Stormcat, Talent Search. Graded placed Eastwood. And the outstanding sire, Uptown Charlie Brown. All standing at Diamond B Farm.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. It is News and Notes. It's brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with that continued education at the backstretch and do it with the Granny Fund. He's Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick, we have another significant horse that is out of the 3-year-old season.
Yeah, Honor AP is going to be retired, tendon injury. Kind of missed the break at the Derby. Came and ran a pretty good 4th, has a great race record, but yeah, that'll be it. And he is a huge stallion prospect because there wasn't a better bred horse in the Derby.
Dick, we talk about him all the time, but he's now closing on 9,000. Yes, 9,000 career wins. He'll have it pretty soon.
Yeah, it's Steve Asmussen. He's going to win 10,000, Keith. And I've said it on the show before. There's nobody like him in the sport. He can win with a 5-claimer at Lone Star and win the Breeders' Cup Classic. He's had multiple horses of the year. To me, he still does not get enough credit. I don't know why. He's right in the top of any trainer list ever, and eventually he's going to have more wins than any trainer in history.
Don't forget, live racing continues here at Parks Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 12:55, and we'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.